Welcome to Stocks to Watch, where we examine promising companies in detail to help you make informed investment decisions. I am Munir Barazi, your business analyst and host, and joining me today is Sophy Cesar, the CEO and director of Upside Gold, a rising star among junior exploration companies with its Kena Gold and Copper project, which already hosts an estimated 3.3 million ounces of historical gold resources and is recognized as one of the larger underdeveloped gold vein systems in the country. Hello, Sophy. It's good to have you with us on the show.
No, Munir, thank you.
You're quite welcome. So let me get right into it. Upside Gold is a fairly young company, but you already have two major advantages. You have a great asset and you have a great team. And let's start by talking about the asset itself, because I understand that's your primary focus now. What makes the Kena project so compelling that you actually built a company around it?
Well, that's a great question. So obviously, it's that historical resource where it estimates that we have 3.31 million ounces of gold. And out of that, 562,000 approximately is indicated, and the 2.77 million is inferred. So that in itself gives us a really, really good starting point to grow this project. And what we've discovered is we're sitting on a very, very large land package of several different units put together. And we believe that with further drilling and resampling of the historical core, which we have, well, there's been about 40,000 meters drilled. And I would say 70% of that is still in really good condition at our core shack. So we're able to go resample that and then identify targets, high potential targets that we're going to drill on to increase that 3.31 million ounces. So that in itself puts us at, I guess I would say, an advantage or differentiates us from maybe other junior explorers, because we already have that to help us move forward.
It's certainly a great starting point. And as you mentioned, it's big land package, so there's a lot of potential still. And also another point about this project, it's that it's one of the larger undeveloped gold vein systems in Canada. So how does it compare really to similar gold systems or gold systems nearby?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
So again, that it's a highly prospective area that we are in. It's called the Kootenay Golden Arc Volcanic Belt, and it actually hosts the greatest concentration of past producers, of prospects, so explorers, and mineral occurrences outside in British Columbia, outside of the Golden Triangle. So that is very, very interesting to us. But as well, it also compares to, I guess the best way to say it is, it compares to, there's geochemical comparisons to some of the greenstone belts out in Newfoundland. And as well, I guess if we were looking at a producing mine that is in British Columbia, it's very similar to Centerra's Mount Milligan, which is a gold copper mine that is currently in production. They have 250 million tons of reserves. We are sitting on about 200. Their gold is at 0.35 grams per ton. Ours averages 0.5 grams per ton. And our project also has copper like theirs. They have 0.17% copper. Our average, and we still need to do more work in that area, but our average, I would say, would be somewhere between 0.26 and 0.3% copper. So that's a producing mine. Just to give you an idea, they are profitable and producing. And we're sitting on what I would consider similar or better grades.
That's a great position to be in. And I want to shift focus to the team now leading this project. You already have a great team, but could you tell us more about their track record, credentials, and what gives you the confidence that they are the right team to lead this project to success?
So obviously, there's myself who's been in mining for over 15 years. I've worked actually on a project in the area that borders our project. And when I was working on that project, I was able to get a strategic partner to come in for 9.9% of the asset, and also to negotiate a $5 million term sheet with a Swiss metals trader. So there's that aspect. But then our geological team, which is headed by Dr. Trevor Boyd, he's our VP exploration. Trevor worked with myself on Canadian North Resources. He has over 30 years experience, both working on large projects and working on junior exploration projects. He's worked with Noranda, Falcon Bridge. He's on the board of Labrador Gold. So he's really a well-versed in this area. But we also have a great team. So we have Linda Dandy, who's been the geologist on the project for, I'm not going to date her, but, probably at least early 2000s, if not a little bit before that. So she's consulting on the project. She brings a wealth of information and knowledge. We have Sue Dean. She's our field geologist. Sue lives about 45 minutes away from the project. She comes from a generational mining family. Her father and brother are mining engineers at the Tech Trail smelter, which is close to our project as well. We also have, our junior geologist worked with us at Canadian North Resources, Alexander. He's great at modeling and has been great at data compilation. So we have him on our team. And then even the drillers, they live in the area. One of the gentlemen who has been drilling on this project for X amount of years, our core shack is literally in his backyard. He's about 20-minute drive from the project. So we're talking a great local team that is familiar in the area, including myself, and that is able to, mobilize fairly quickly. We have our core shack in the area. So great team that's able to bring their historical knowledge and take the project forward.
A great team indeed. And it sounds like the project is right up their alley, as you said.
Literally, yes.
Yeah. And it's in British Columbia, and it's already a top tier jurisdiction to operate in. From your experience, what advantages are there that come from operating in that jurisdiction?
Well, I mean, we're lucky in that the closest town is probably, I would say, maybe 7 kilometers away. That's Nelson, BC. We sit between Salmo and Nelson on Highway 6, and our project literally spans across Highway 6. There's hydroelectricity that runs up along the highway. There's Kootenay Dam that's not far. There is rail, so we have access to that. So hydroelectricity, gas lines, rail. And through our property, there are logging roads that crisscross, so making even our drilling fairly easy access. We're able to do field work, exploration, drilling, with really not having to build any new roads, any infrastructure whatsoever. I don't need a camp. Everybody goes home at night. It's really, I mean, you used the word, it's really tier 1 mining jurisdiction in terms of exploration.
Wonderful. And I imagine that saves a lot of costs as well. Um, so what are the next milestones and catalysts in 2026 that investors should look out for?
So we've done some work on the project in 2025. So there will definitely be results based on some trenching that we've done coming out in 2026. There will be some drill results coming out in 2026. But also, we have a permit on the project on the Kena and the Gold Mountain to drill up to 5,000 meters. We've already drilled 1,000 meters. So in 2026, we're going to be doing the balance of that in July and August. So we'll be drilling 4,000 meters on the project. We'll be exploring, we'll be further growing that resource in the resource area. And just to give you an idea, the resource is on about 3.5 kilometers. That mineralized zone is 7 kilometers long. And then the project is about 21 kilometers long. So we have a lot of excuse the pun, but upside potential to grow this resource. But our focus is really going to be around the historical resource and growing that out, and then trying to add in some copper from the Kena copper zone. So that's going to be our focus for the drill season in 2026. And all of that accumulating to updating the historical resource, hopefully in Q1 of 2027.
And on a more personal note, what excites you the most about leading this company and developing this asset?
I mean, again, I think it's really the potential that we have here to really increase this historical resource, to prove out that we have, this large gold resource with copper and potentially silver that's never been considered in this project, but yet the area is a historical gold and silver producer. So I think that is what really, really excites me about this project. And then the team, we're all invested in really growing the project based on the geological merits of the project. So that, and, then that 43101 where we'll build it and then potentially look at growing and finding a strategic partner to move this forward.
I can feel that you love the journey from start to finish to getting this project to fruition. So amazing. My last question is, the company is currently private. So how can investors really invest if they want to add it to its portfolio?
So Munir, we actually received our approval from the AC, or the Securities Commission. Yes, we received it, and then we have a conditional approval to list on the CSE. And as of today, our ticker is supposed to be UG. So there's a potential that your listeners who are listening to this, by the time we post it, we may be listed. And if not, we're expecting that it's going to be before the end of 2025. So very excited about that. It's been an exciting process. The whole team's worked really hard to check all the boxes and meet all the requirements. So we're really happy that we're going to be trading and listed and able to bring in shareholders and investors.
That's wonderful. Congratulations on that. Thank you so much, Sophy Cesar, for being here with us today and sharing all of these updates and information. It's a very promising asset indeed, and I encourage all investors to look at it in depth and learn more about it. And of course, we will have you more on this show to tell us more and take us through this journey of developing it further. Thank you so much, Sophy.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Munir.